Hello, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday to you. Good evening or good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to this Sunday edition of Question and Answer Session. Every Sunday we are live here to answer questions about life, love, and well-being. Let me know where you're watching me from, and if your question was not answered last Sunday's program, please feel free to send it there on the comments or on my inbox. The questions are about life, love, and well-being. In case if you're going to watch for the first time, please don't forget to like and follow this page on Facebook. And also, if you are going to watch later on, you can watch a repeat of this same show on my YouTube channel with the name Benjamin Junior Bogonko. How are you doing? How is your Sunday? Susan Ayola. Hello there, Susan Ayola. Marceline Wata. Inya Ohunene. Baharaja, thank you so much. Hello there. Tessie Essie, Hadasa, hey. Mariposa Pangalina. Hello, Mariposa Pangalina. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Munyoa Beth Njeri, hey. Ruth Thomas, I see you too. Hello there. Betty Juan, Aisha Juliet, Catherine Nyambura, I see you tuned in from Saudi Arabia. Kims Agatha. Hello there, Benjamin. Okay. Tabitha David. Is it true some people are incapable of love? Tabitha David has the first question. Is it true that some people are incapable of love or incapable of loving? Yeah, it's true. It's very true. They don't know how to love, and also they don't know what to do when they are loved. Yeah, so we have those people. There are very many of them. They are only there to use you. And when you demand them to be responsible and to love you back, then they become very annoyed. So we have those people in our society and amongst us. Thank you for your first question. Stella Stexi, thank you so much. Nsangi, Majorine, Mariam, hey. Pal Brenda, I see you. Hezna Mora, Mukiende, hi. Kanya Wira, hello. Cheryl Gatti, thank you so much. Nsangi, Majori, Mariam is watching live from Boston. Good morning from Boston, the United States. Thank you for tuning in. Who was the next question here? Dora Lukaya, I see you. Marceline Wata, Getty Geish, hello there. Wambui Testimony, hello. Thank you for tuning in from my YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe today and leave a comment there. Because you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment there. I need the comments on my YouTube channel. Deborah Ibukun Alade is Blessing Alade watching you live from Bridgeport. Thank you so much. Connecticut in the United States. Good morning to you, Deborah. Thank you so much for tuning in. What is your question today? Let me see if I have another question here. I have two questions already in my inbox. One lady was asking me before I went live about a man. Can a man make a lady pregnant with 2 children without loving her? Is it possible for a man to make a lady pregnant 2 children and he doesn't love her? What do you think? And the second question I already received in my inbox was about a lady who is saying that she has been dating a married man for the last 5 years. The man has visited her home and her family members, and also the man has introduced her to only one uncle and one brother. Is he serious with her? What do you think? Those are the two questions which I already received in my inbox. Lovely Lynn Njia watching from Cameroon. Good morning from Cameroon. Thank you so much. Good evening, not good morning. Toya Agnes, hello from Switzerland. Thank you so much. I see you. Grisa Ngambi watching from Zambia. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kiprotich Koech, Kericho Town. Thank you. What's the next question here? We have a question here by Frederick Nyanusi Ratemo. What do you say about this war between Russia and Ukraine? First of all, I want to say that I want to extend my prayers to them, to the people in Ukraine. War is something that anyone who has experienced, especially from African countries, they know exactly what war means. For me, in Kenya, where I come from, I experienced political clashes, just like a small kind of war. And my family back in the 90s, the other community came and took everything from our home. I mean everything, furniture, clothing, and everything that my father had acquired for some years. They took them away, and the only reason why I think my father was spared that time not to be killed, it was because he was a nurse and he was known in the working in the hospital. So they never touched him, they never killed him, and that's a good thing. And it made my father to make a decision to relocate from that community to go back to where he was born, our own family ancestral home. And I remember all those things. I was young, but I remember how it was very stressful for all of us, including him and my family members. So war, it is something that you should never ever imagine of. If there is war, you can't even watch me. If there is war, you don't even have time for social media. Social media is just to know if your brother and sister and parents are okay. But my prayer, all of you who are watching, please pray for the Ukrainians, and we hope that Russia will understand how this is very, very hard for everyone. We had 2 years of pandemic, and people cannot afford going through another drama or pain in form of war just after going through 2 years of pandemic. Pray for them. Please help me to type there on the comments. I pray for Ukraine. We hope they will get a solution very soon. And it's not good for people to fight. It's not really good. And it's never been good. Choksi, I see you watching from South Africa. Let me see if I have another question here. After you have said hello, please help me to continue sharing the video and then post your question on the comments section. I see all your greetings, but remember the show is for questions and answers about life, love, and well-being. So I may not be able to read all your greetings, but kindly bear with me. I'm picking up the questions. Tabitha David, with the war being mentioned, how do you think people should prepare? Just in case Putin is not down for peaceful negotiations. Man, how to prepare? It's hard. The other countries like my country are preparing for an election this few months. I just encourage the young men and women who are very emotional about their lives. There's so many people in Africa who are very hopeless. They have no future. They feel that the politicians have made them to become more and more poorer. I want to encourage them. I was there when I was in my 20s. I thought that politicians and politics will change my life. And I ended up hating other people from different communities from my country. The only way to prepare for such a war is to continue preaching peace and understanding that sometimes it's not about the other community or the other tribe. It's that just you're poor. You don't have opportunities. And when you don't have opportunities, try as much as you can to get an opportunity in your life, instead of hating the other person and seeing the other person as a different human being. All of us are going through something, and to prepare, Tabitha David, I have no idea on how to prepare for a war. It is sad. There's nothing you can do about it. And when you look at the Ukrainian war, it is even much more impossible when there is no means of running away. You cannot fly, and then it's missiles thrown left, right, and center, so you don't even know where you are if it's coming there. And it's actually impossible to prepare. But hopefully, pray to God. You just pray, and if it happens, you'll be on the safe side of the other world. That's all I can say, but I don't think there's any better way to prepare for a war. Namanya Job, what can I do? I love my lady, but she's too much disrespectful. I lost my work during COVID, so I hardly meet my budget. Could it be the reason she has bragged me because she works? Namanya Job, thank you for your question. I'm so sorry about your experience, and hopefully with the time you will be able to get another job and go back on your feet. Yes, sometimes I think in my experience, a woman can provide for you as a man, but in my experience, it may not be too long, because their DNA and the way ladies are structured or the way they perceive life, it's a man also has to provide. If you are sitting at home, let me assume you're sitting at home and she's working every day, Monday to Friday, or the night time. You as Job, what are you doing to assist her, especially with the job, with the home chores, the chores that most men hate? If you're at home, I want to encourage you to do something. Don't just sit there waiting for sex and waiting for food and also waiting for money from her. She's a human being. They go through a lot. Most ladies are very, very hardworking. I know that for a fact. Just stay at home. If you think that they do nothing when you are at work, stay at home for 1 week. And COVID taught so many men what it means to be at home. At home, if you have even children, it's even much more hectic to be there. No peace, no nothing, and no resting time. So if you're at home, Job, as your name says, Job, I'm praying you'll get a job as soon as possible. But if you see she's showing you some disrespect, ask yourself, are you helping her in the house? And if you are helping her and she continues showing you this disrespect, then talk about it. Tell her you are doing your best, looking for a job, you have helped in the house, and you feel disrespected. Sometimes it's good to tell a woman politely, in a very nice tone, have a seat, go out on a date, lunch date, evening date, and speak out your heart. Tell her, yes, you lost your job, but the way she's treating you, you don't feel respected, and you wish she could do this and understand what you're going through, and reach an agreement on what to do in the house and what not to do. Job, I don't know if I'm making sense. Your wife could be very tired, and tired of you too, because she's working too much. Let me see another question here by Muriel Joy Stevens. I would like to know, why do certain men chase after extra marital affairs so often? What does it do for them? Women are used and abused mainly as a result. Wow. Extramarital affairs are here to stay. People have various reasons. And some of them is because of their nature. Some of them is, if it's, there are three people here. There is the other woman or the other women. There is his wife and there is him. So everyone takes something, not only the man. The man could have low emotional intelligence. He doesn't understand what pain he is putting in his wife and also the children. Some men don't really understand the pain. Until maybe if the wife cheats on him, then he will be like, wow, this is how it's painful to do all these things. And then, as I talked about dating a married man, I mentioned something in my past videos, that in those moments, all a man wants is sex. And if he's having unprotected sex, obviously he doesn't care about his life and the life of the other person in the house. You cannot sleep with more than 5 ladies, different random sex, without protection, without knowing their health condition. So this person doesn't care about his life. He really doesn't care. The only thing that will make him to start caring is when he goes to get tested and finally knows that he is sick. And by that time, his wife, unfortunately, will also be sick. So there are very many reasons for that person doing that. And you as a lady, you also contribute in a certain way. I don't know how you treat him in the house. I don't know what you do to him. I don't know how you solve issues. There are ladies who solve conflicts using denial of sex, holding sex, so that this guy can listen to you. So the more you're denying him sex, the more he's also looking for these extramarital affairs. As a lady, you have to sit back and say, hey, let me look at how I have also contributed in this man doing these stupid things that he's doing. And then see if you can change. You can change your attitude, the way you treat him, the way he wants to have power in the house, giving him his freedom and his peace that he needs as a man. And I'm speaking as a man. Because at the end of the day, if he doesn't get these things in the house where he thinks that this is his home, he will go and look for that peace elsewhere. But remember, he began by saying, some people do these things because of their nature. There is nothing. You can provide for them everything, and I mean everything I just mentioned, but they will still go and cheat, and there is nothing you can do about it. And lastly is the other women. Yes, we have very many women who know that the man is married and they take advantage. They also don't care about their wife. They don't really care how you feel. Even these days they say even if you cry and cuss, the problem is not theirs taking your man away. It is your problem, and that is your life. Your man has decided to come after me, and I know he is married, and there's nothing I can do about it. I only need him, I love him, I want his money, and on top of that I want sex. It's very hard to deal with such a lady or such women who don't care about your marriage and the family. It's very hard. You can imagine how to fight with other women who are destroying your family. It's very hard. It's a very difficult war. And my prayer is, as you say in the last part of this question, women are being used and abused. Many as a result. It's true. The other women are used. Some of them, they become pregnant. And you know, a married man, once he makes the side woman pregnant, what happens? She also becomes another wife. But this time, this wife is not a legal wife. The love that he had for her, the sex they were having every Monday to Monday, reduces completely. And sometimes, or in most cases, the married man changes completely. Tell a married man as a side woman that you're pregnant, and then you will see his true colors. He will dump you very quick and very fast, leave you a single mother, and go to the next woman who does not have a child, and the cycle continues. And that's why I was talking about the bitter truths of dating a married man. Once you become pregnant, the whole story changes. The promises he was, of course, they were fake promises. He's not going to do them. Now he has to deal with you as a side woman together with a child. And he knows that the child is going to take attention from you. The sex will reduce, and this is what he always wanted from you. Your body will change after you have given birth. You're not going to be the same woman, sexy girl, that he always admired. And you as a side woman, I'm talking to you, that when you say you're using him, this use is not going to last forever. There is no married man who has a side woman for more than 20 years. Have you heard of him? What happens during those 20 years? Things change, people change, you will become pregnant, you will abort. It's very hard. It cannot be remain like that forever. And you too wants to get married. If you want to get married in the near future, if you're 25 and you're with this man who is running away from his wife, eventually you will want a husband. And when you get a husband, then you will understand what their wives are going through. And so, yes, people are being used and abused as a result. But thank you so much, Muriel, for giving me that observation and that question. Let's go back to the next question here. According to your experience on your show. All right, we have John Richard has a question here. Help me to share the video. John Richard, according to your experience on your show about love from ladies to men. Ladies love true, especially for those having or engaging under pressure of age, especially to ladies. John Richard, what do you mean? You mean the ladies love more when they are under pressure of age? Yeah, sometimes it's true. It's also very true that ladies are very serious with relationships. Most of them are always very serious. They see a potential man and they really want him for commitment and for future. But the age pressure, it can pressure her. But you see, that is not love. She's working under pressure of being married, and then she can make mistakes. I don't like that. That pressure is abnormal, and it's a very tough pressure, yes, but it can lead a lady to making so many mistakes. It wouldn't be love anymore. It will be conforming to what the society says. You should be married by the age of 40. Why are you single up to now? And working under those pressures, it makes her to make so many mistakes. You take her time and enjoy life. Get the right person and get the right person with the right purposes. Not because the society told you that after 28 you are old. No. You need peace even if it is for only 10 years in your life. You need it. You need it. The young ladies who got married as early as 20s, most of them really suffered. They really went through a lot of drama. And to stay there for the children, and it's a horrible life. It's a very horrible life to stay in marriage, to conform to the age pressure, and yet you're not very happy. It's a very sad life. Very sad. You'd rather even be single. Miramujo Cheriot, praying for the people of Ukraine. It's unfortunate, and there are such a time someone decides to start war. Very unfortunate. Natero Charles, thank you so much for tuning in. I see you. Somebody called Deogracious Nyangarisa also tuned in from Riyadh. And everyone who is tuning in here, I wish I could read all your names, but thank you so much. I am just picking out the questions on the comments. Neri Gibson tuned in from UAE. I have a question. Is it okay to fall in love again? I'm recovering from my toxic previous relationship. It's hard. I don't understand myself into it, but I love him so much. Yes, Neri Gibson, it's perfectly okay. Why not? If you can risk again to go through what you went through, I don't mean that you're going to go through the same thing. Maybe you have learned your mistakes, your weaknesses, and the other person could be much better. Go through the journey. Take your time. Don't rush things. Don't rush stuff. Don't be pregnant. Don't rush marriage. And when you're doubting, if you're doubting that person and you don't trust yourself, continue writing down the things that are making you not to believe in this relationship. You have to write them down and see which one can you really change. Which one can you deal with? And there are things that you can never deal with them. If it's long distance, as I've always said, the man is far away from you and you don't see him very often, and somebody cheated on you. Your ex cheated on you. So you'll have all the doubts if the other man is actually cheating on you. And what is the solution? Find out on how you can be together with him, instead of staying in a long distance for so long, more than 1 year, and still living in these doubts. If somebody cheated on you and you're in long distance, then you try as much as you can to reduce the distance. Next time you're falling in love, find somebody who is near you or somebody who can travel and to come and see you, to deal with those things that you went through. And hopefully, Nerik, you will find love again. Love is a beautiful thing. I wish you well, and I wish you nothing but the best. Let me see another question here by Faith Mutinda Peter. I have provided for a guy for a year. Without fail, I would send 20K every month. Then one day I visited and found him staying with a woman in a house that I was paying. Anyway, right now, I can't get a man anything. Wow, sorry about that. Okay. Sandra A. Rose, can you do a segment addressing cheating married men? Also, how can one really stop a cheater from cheating? Even influenced married men have cheated, for example, Bob Marley and Martin Luther King Jr. Wow, stopping a cheater, Sandra. I really don't. Stopping a cheater has to come from him. The first person to stop cheating is him, to decide, now enough is enough. I want to be responsible. Because somebody who continuously cheats, it's an addiction, by the way, to tell you the truth. Because it's a habit, people become used to it. And they are caught with his wife or their wives, and then the wives again forgives them, and then they continue doing it. So it's normal for him to continue, unless the woman finally says enough is enough. This man will kill me. This man will come with some diseases. They may walk away from him, and then he's left alone to continue doing whatever he's doing. Then the woman has separated herself from him. But for me to talk to fellow men or not to cheat, it's virtually very hard. It's very difficult. The power now, I take the power back to the woman, the wife. What is she doing about this cheating? If the man, they have talked, they have solved some of their conflicts and their drama in the house, but it's not going anywhere. The drama is still going on and on. One person has to make a decision and has to say that this is not okay, you know. And if he can't decide to stop, then nothing else will make him stop. Sickness will make him stop anyway. Even if he's sick again, he will continue sleeping with everyone. But once he becomes sick, that's when he will know now, wow, I can now speak to fellow men and tell them that this thing is not good. This one will take you down. And if a man can see the consequence of cheating, what it can cost him, how it can break down his talents and his future dreams that he had. If he can see the future, you know. Sometimes I'm seated and I'm like, I'm seeing my future in the next 20 years. And if I do these things, they will affect my life tremendously. You know, to visualize that, to see in the next 20 years, I want to do this, I want to get this. But if I do these things, then I don't think I will get there. So if a man can see that, then probably maybe he can stop cheating. And if you as a woman, as a wife, you have done everything. And by everything, I mean you have worked on yourself, worked on your attitude. Very important, ladies. You have worked on how to treat a husband, how to treat a man. You know your man's weaknesses. You know what he likes. And you focus on that. And you have done all the things that actually can make him to feel like a husband in the house. Not like a man, like a husband. And he still goes on doing these things. There is nothing else we can do. You don't even need prayers. What are you praying for? Go to church or fasting, praying for someone who is... You pray together with someone who wants to change. If you're praying for a cheater and he's continuing to cheat on you, then you're wasting your time. Huh? When will these prayers work? How long will it take for them to work? When people say prayers work, you don't go on praying for someone who is emotionally abusing you for years and he doesn't show any chances to change. You can only pray for him after you have left him. Now I said enough is enough this year. Bye-bye. Go and continue with your life, but I will pray for you and hopefully you will change. And when you change and the next person you meet, you will treat her in the right way. That's the best thing I could encourage any person who is praying for such men or for such people. Pray for them when they are away from your life and hopefully they will change. So Sandra, it's a decision, and nothing can stop him. Let me see another question here. Harcourt Norrin Hills. Why do men like to be chased nowadays? That's a very intelligent question. Yeah, these days it's because one of the reasons is because there is availability of women, and social media has made it so easy. You know, even here on the comments, it's very easy for a man to pick 10 ladies right now based on their profile pictures and what they post and even where they stay. He can go ahead and pick about 10 ladies who are showing their messages or their accounts. I am in Australia, I am in America, I'm in Europe, strategically, you know. And this makes it easier because now he does not need to go for a date. He does not need to spend money. You see, he's just saying, hello, how are you, beautiful? I like your children. And just one sentence can make this lady go crazy. Wow, this man likes my children. And the way my husband doesn't like my children. Or the way I've been suffering being a single mother for so many years. You know? And then the lady will continue the conversation with him. And finally, this man, you know, he's still chatting with other 9 ladies. So there are 10 ladies. and the other one already has come to his inbox. The man shows her some little interest, and then the lady is acting out of desperation, begins chasing him, wants him to talk to her. She's the one who is calling every day, texting every day, and the man is just busy, seated, acting busy. But when he's busy, he's actually busy with other people, other women. And then, so the other ladies continue chasing him. That's how our world has become. You as a woman, Hakot, you should ask yourself, am I really chasing this guy? Why doesn't he chase me? And why is it me always chasing him? Calling him fast, texting him fast, planning everything, asking him about his life, and he does nothing. And you love him. So it means you are the one who is chasing him. So those reasons I just mentioned, most ladies have started chasing men. And if you chase, then you know the reasons why you're chasing him. You have all the reasons. You have all the reasons why you're chasing him. Ayikoro Konsu, Benjamin, my boyfriend got a lady pregnant, and they are neighbors. His parents don't know about it, and he's telling me to open to them since they trust me more than him. But I'm scared. Yeah, your boyfriend got a lady pregnant. Wow. And his parents don't know about it, and he's telling me to open up. Wow. My goodness, Konsi. Yeah? The man is telling you to say his mistake. I don't know. If I were you, I will not tell them. I will tell him to tell them. But that's unfortunate. As you can see, he has already cheated. He's not serious with you. And I don't even know whether you are the only two ladies he is making pregnant. Probably is making many more other ladies pregnant. Very unfortunate these days. What should Ayikoro Konsi do, ladies and gentlemen? I think the man has made her to be stupid 2 times. Stupid by cheating on her. Stupid by telling her to go and report him. It's so unfortunate. Konsi, I really don't know what I can tell you. But all I can say, tell him to tell his parents to own up his mistakes. Let him go and tell them, hey, I was stupid. I made another woman pregnant. And if he doesn't want to talk to them, then I understand that he is very confused, and he is protecting his image. He is protecting his mistakes. But eventually he will tell them. Eventually he has to tell them. I don't know when, but to also politely tell him, I cannot do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's his job. That's his mistake. Why are you taking people's mistake? Konsi, how old are you? I see your comment here. You're saying you're very confused. Let him to tell or leave him alone. I don't know, man. It's hard. These are the things people are going through. You're in love with someone who is very stupid, Rahma Rashid. Hi, Benjamin. I have a question. When I get angry, I feel too much headache and my hands start shaking. I can't concentrate because sometimes I end up breaking things. But by accident, not intentionally. I need help. Rahma Rashid. Sorry about that. Anger issues are part of so many people. Now that the first thing you have discovered, you have anger issues, which is very important. The next thing I want to encourage you is to identify the things that make you annoyed. They are called triggers. What triggers you to be very annoyed, and write them down. This man or these people always annoy me. These movies or this kind of music always annoys me. When I do business and this customer, you have to know what things and which people make you very annoyed. Once you know them, now begin the process of finding solutions. What can you deal with such a person? How can you deal with such a woman? How can you deal with such a situation? When you drink too much, you become annoyed. How can you deal with your drinking habits? Once you have done all those things, some of them you will be able to solve them. Others may be hard. And that's why you need professional help. Go to anger management therapists. They will assess your anger levels, and they will start the process of advising you and directing you on how to deal with your anger. And hopefully with some months or even some years, you will finally overcome your anger issues. Hopefully, I really hope so, because anger has no blessings. Anger can cost your life. When I look at anger, anger is like water. Water is very, very important. We need 78%. The people who are good in biology. Water is life. With water, we have this electricity, and you're watching me because of the water that has generated electricity and power and energy for you to listen to me. But the same water is so dangerous. It can kill. If it's floods, if people are in a cruise and the cruise overturns, or people are in a boat like you see on the news, people are in a ferry, the same water can easily within seconds kill them. To me, anger is like water. We need to be angry sometimes, to be annoyed with people, especially those who are taking you for a ride. They don't understand your pain too, even if it's a family member. You have to show them that you are really annoyed with their habits, with the way they talk. Tell them on their face. Don't be scared. But when you break things, then there's a problem. There are better ways of solving conflicts and anger issues, and you need help. But anger is it's a monster. It will cost you a lot. Okay, we have another question here, Theo Eden. What do you do when a husband is refused to let his wife to go do shopping but wants to keep her in the house? Like Peter, Pumpkin Eater kept his in the pumpkin shell. Wow. A husband who is so insecure does not want you to go to do shopping. An insecure man is a very hard to deal with. Oh my goodness. Insecure people are the hardest. I think they are. I used to be very insecure. When you look at me as Benjamin, I was very insecure. And I didn't know it was a problem. I didn't know. Sometimes those men don't know it's a problem. They think they love you so much, they care for you, but they are blocking you. You become a prisoner under them, which is so sad. To control someone not to go shopping or to talk to people is a very bad life. You and someone who is in the prison are simply the same. The only difference is you have a phone, you have internet, you have TV, you have these basic freedoms. But somebody who is controlling your movements and the people you talk with is so unfortunate to have such a husband. One of the things to do is you have to be very firm to tell them that you are strictly going for shopping and there's nothing else other than shopping. In other words, you create transparency with them. Some of them they have grown up or they have gone through some experiences that somebody cheated on them or they lost someone through other people, and this pain is still with them and they don't want to go through it. So you have to do a research about their background. How did this guy grow? Some of them can open up and tell you, hey, you know what, Theo Eden, I had this woman and we had all these plans and then these things happened, and since that time I am so insecure and that's why I want you to be in the house. Sometimes I'm scared the way you're beautiful, these things will happen to me and I don't want to go through that. That's one case. It could have gone through all these things in the past. You don't know. You talk about it, ask him, and eventually if somebody cannot change from being an insecure person, and you have opened up all the communication. He can call you, he can text you. Some of them demand for a password, which you should do the same. He should also give you his passwords. He should tell you where he is. If you demand to know where I'm going, I also demand the same. We be on the same page. You don't control me like a stupid young kid, like I'm your child, controlling where I'm going and who I'm talking with, and you don't want me to do the same to you, because they don't understand how it's difficult to keep on telling someone, I am shopping, I'm not having sex. And you too also have to look at yourself. What do you do if you are flirting, if you are entertaining so many men around you? It can make another man or your partner to become very, very worried. It's very possible how you're treating the other gender around you when he's with you or when he's far away. There are women who are very flirtatious, just, it's their nature, it's their nature of just playing and smiling around with men and laughing with them, even though you have no intention, and it can send very mixed feelings to the other guy. You will be thinking like, wow, if this lady can do all these things with other men when I'm around, what about when I'm away? So you also check yourself, put yourself on check. What are you doing to make him feel so insecure? But if you have done everything, you know yourself, you know your life, you are shopping, you are not flirting, you are not cheating on him, you have opened all the communications. He can get you any day, anytime, video call, no video call. He can go shopping with you, but he's still insecure. This is not your problem, it's his problem. Bye-bye to him. Let him go and find another woman that he can be secure with. Don't stay with an insecure person who does not want to change. You are not a child, and you as a man who is watching and you are doing these things to a woman, you are over the age of 25. Remember this, that this is an adult, is not a child. If he wants to cheat on you, she will still do it anyways, whether you like it or not, whether you have bodyguards observing and many cameras around your house. If she wanted to cheat on you, a woman who wants to cheat on you, there is nothing that you can do about it, my brother. Absolutely zero, nothing. The same way with men who want to cheat and they have decided, there's nothing you can do about it. Don't be insecure. Make your woman feel secured. Allow her to meet her friends. Allow her to just be a human being. This is not your child. What you're doing to her is what you should be doing to your daughter, who is under the age of 18. But now this is not your daughter, and this is someone who is over 25. Let her be an adult. Don't control her. I asked a question recently. If your wife wants to go for a seminar of 2 weeks as a man, will you be okay? And most men said no. Said no. When I was in my 20s, I could have said no. Why? Because I was so insecure. If my wife is going for 2 weeks, Benjamin, are you kidding me? Which seminar is that? I want to know the hotel and who is going to be the speaker. But at my age and at this moment, if she wants to go for the 2 week seminar, why not? Go and attend the seminar. And life has to go on. She's an adult, so there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just saying, insecurity is a dangerous disease, very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous. I hope I answered you, Ethio. So ladies and gentlemen who are tuned in here, thank you so much. This is the Sunday question and answer session. I hope you are learning something. Continue sharing the video. Remember, you can like and follow this page if you're watching for the first time. Look at the screen. Those are my social media handles. I'm giving you 1 minute to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Benjamin Junior Bogonko. You can watch a repeat of this video if in case you just joined me. Later on my YouTube, Benjamin Junior Bogonko. Check my Instagram and TikTok, Benjamin_Bogonko. And remember, the show is every Sunday. Sunday 5:30 p.m. East African time or 8:30 in the morning Central Time in America. Every Sunday, this program is live on YouTube and Facebook from 5:30 p.m. East African time. Hopefully you follow the page and share the video. Tag your friend who has issues going through. She's going through some issues in her life or his life. Tag them on the comments and also share the video to them. Yeah, let's go on with the next questions here. Let me see. Where were we? Wow. Let's go back. Princess Joe has a very long question here. Why do men fall in love, fail to value the lady who loves them? I broke up with a man whom we have been in love for 3 years. He could show me he is totally in love, but he drastically changed. After assessing myself, I can't see anywhere I wronged him because we communicated well in November. From there, I don't know what happened. And he went mute. He broke my heart in a way I'm fearing to love again. Benjamin, what do I do? Sorry about that, Princess Joe. Yeah, if he left you, then he has his own reasons. And sometimes it's not about you. You said you assessed yourself and you know very well you did nothing that contributed to the end of the relationship. You should be proud of yourself that it's not about you. And when people have left you even within 3 years, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because you don't know what they were actually going to do to you. They could have dragged you. You can imagine if he continued to just pretend that he loves you, he wants you for many years ahead, and then he really didn't love you. I believe that people walk away, they didn't love you and they didn't want you, and that is much better than fooling you that they really cared for you. Yeah, it's okay to feel betrayed, feel annoyed, feel angry, feel you're not beautiful enough, feel confused. It's perfectly okay because you're a human being. And most ladies feel very bad when such men walk away and leave and go and they take the blame. No, my message has always been simple. Never take a blame. No, do not take the blame. Somebody has, what if he has gone back to his wife? Who knows? Probably has gone back to his wife and he couldn't even tell you I'm going back to my wife. For me, if somebody walks away, blocks me or stops communication, I used to be very interested to know why. And sometimes I used to think that, oh, maybe because the way I look or my race or the money I'm making. So I'm taking all the blame and somebody has walked away. But these days, if you walk away, bye-bye, thank you very much. You have saved me from the drama. I will feel very bad for a few days and I keep it moving. Yeah? So Princess, just forget about him. Don't wait for him. Don't follow him again. Don't hope that he's going to come back. It's just leave, just forget about him. Block him everywhere, left, right, and center. And if anyone wants to talk to you about him, politely with a smile, tell him or her that no, I don't want to hear anything about him. Please, let's talk about Ukraine and Russia, not about this man. I don't need anything to hear about him or what's going on in his life. So you cut off communication completely to heal faster. And by cutting off communication, I mean everything. Assume he's dead and you don't follow him, you don't text him, you don't call him, you don't drink some alcohol and then feel like you're missing him, and then you cut off. Cutting off is real off. Number deleted, blocked everywhere and anywhere. And then you block off the other people who will try and come and tell you, hey, I saw your ex. I saw your ex. So what? After you saw him, then what do you want us to do? Cut off completely and hopefully you will move on and start loving other people again. Dear gracious Nyangarisa, Mister, how could I know why this man is after the kids? He even don't know what any conversation between me and my kids. Is it because what's the back or what separated 1 year back? I don't really understand what is the situation, Nyangarisa. Do you have children together? You have children together with him? Or what do you mean? I don't understand. If it's not his biological children, I don't expect so much. If you're a single parent, don't expect a man to care about your children. Most men just care about themselves and you. The children who are not his children, not really so much. Let me see here. Dimakaso Mangoro. My friend has 2 kids and she's currently dating a married man, and he adores her kids and takes good care of them. He is promising to take her as a second wife, but he is demanding a child from her before he commits. Is this right? Oh my goodness. Dimakaso Mangoro. Man, I really don't know, I don't know how this man is financially, emotionally stable to take care of. And for now, he can be treating. Man, I don't want to be very negative about this. I don't know, ladies. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about the situation of Demakoso's friend? At the moment, he can be very caring with this lady's children, and then. I don't know. If the lady wants to be a second wife, that is good. Very nice, very nice. And if this man is capable of taking care of the other 2, it's a good sign. It's a very good sign. Hopefully he can do the same with having a child with her. But as you've said in the last part of your concern, demanding for a child before he commits is a very big red flag. It's a very big sign. It's a man who is not ready for second marriage or polygamous marriage. Why doesn't he commit? Why? And as I said, this woman, technically your friend, is a side chick. Side chick benefits stops once she becomes pregnant. So the pregnancy is stopping her completely from doing anything. Now the lady will not go anywhere. She will not date any other person, and she will continue having sex with him. So it's a very big red flag for a man to tell you, let's have a child and then we'll talk about marriage. Why? It's safer. It is very safe for him. He can run away. He can abandon you. He can even tell you, these are the men who tell you, I need DNA test. What if it's not my child? The same man had unprotected sex, came inside this lady twice, a lot of sperms inside the woman, but has the audacity to demand for a DNA test. No, you don't demand for a DNA test. You know what you did. You had sex, you came inside her, and then you made her pregnant. You are a father. You have impregnated a woman, and that is a fact. So such people do not want to commit. If he wants her to be the second wife, let him officially show to his all family members, this is my second wife. Let it be known. And I'm not keeping it as a secret. This is my second wife, and I have decided to marry her. Simple. So it's simple for him. It's very difficult for his first wife, and it's also simple for the second wife. And now then from there, they can end up having children. But before that, the benefits, somebody type for me this, the benefits of a side woman ends after pregnancy. Can somebody type for me this? If you're a side woman, you can also type. But for you, because it's very painful to hear that, the benefits of a side woman ends after pregnancy. That is the most important message in this video, I think, today. Those benefits usually, in most cases, end after pregnancy. Absolutely, they end. They come to an end. Even the rent he was paying, even the children he was playing around with, taking care of, your own children, those benefits also come to an end. The benefits, somebody type for me. I want to see somebody typing there. The benefits of a side chick ends after pregnancy. I'm waiting for somebody to type that. Yes. Lomadinga Joseph Kasauka. Yes. The benefits of a side woman ends after pregnancy. And you can post it on your comments, on your status. You can put it on your WhatsApp. Put that on your timeline. And then you will see how people react. The benefits of a side woman ends after pregnancy, by Benjamin Junior Bogongo. That's one of my quotes in my books. It ends. I am a man. I know what I'm saying. And ask any man. Those benefits end after you have become a mother. Now you're no longer a side woman. You are a doing woman. Finally, we are finishing up here. Monique Northam. Why do people think that when a woman has sex with a man, then it's the woman being used? Women do enjoy sex too. And I think much more than men. Women can use men for sex as well as not just for their money. So we have Monique Northam. Yeah. Monique is saying that even the women are using the man for sex. Yeah. Nobody said no. But my argument about this thing here is, Monique, I want to talk to you on one-on-one. Very nice voice, politely. These things of sex, that a woman is benefiting sex from a man, has a lot of consequences to the woman. When you think the consequences this lady will go through, like this thing I'm telling people to type there, the benefits of a side chick ends after pregnancy. This woman who was using a man for sex, let's assume there's a woman. I don't know, I don't know if you are one of them who is using a man for sex. Once you become pregnant, you will not continue having this usual sex you had with a man. Once you become pregnant, a majority of the men that you are using for sex, and they knew that it was just for sex, will comfortably walk away and leave you with your child. Assuming you become pregnant and you did not want to be pregnant because it was sex. Remember, at the beginning, this is basically for sex. If you are pregnant and you didn't want a child, most men that you are using will advocate for an abortion. They will even pay for it confidently, without thinking about the consequences, the emotional, psychological trauma that you will face for the rest of your life. They don't care because men don't get pregnant. So the benefits or the using here, the person who is really benefiting is a man. He is getting everything okay. His life is almost like okay. You know, if a man abandons this young lady after he has used her and made her pregnant and walks away, then we can easily say it's the man who is benefiting. This same guy, when this lady is pregnant for 9 good months, the man is continuing to have sex with other women. The 9 months this lady who was now finally was using for sex has to wait again, give birth. After giving birth, go through the post, I don't know the scientific name. the stress of raising a child, the first 2 years, very stressful. And remember, this lady is not with that man at that time. So we are talking about 3 to 4 years before she can go back to her senses and continue enjoying the sex that she was using or getting from a man. That is if she will not abort. And this is why I speak passionately and say, yes, these days women also use men for sex, but at the end of the day, the man benefits a lot. The woman will be alone. It's called postpartum. The woman will be alone. And when you look at it that way, then you begin to understand why people say that it is men using them for sex, and ladies are not using the man for sex. There is no man who has sex with a woman for 10 years as a side woman without consequences. 10 years, 15 years. And this is my side woman. Like for me, Benjamin, I say I am a married man. Then I have a side woman that we have been together for 15 years. Have you heard of such cases? Anyone on the comment, have you heard of a man who has a side chick for 15 years without any consequences to him, to his family? Zero consequences. The same sex they started with about 15 years ago is still the same. The way they are meeting, the way they are traveling, because eventually it catches up with them. Eventually things start to pop up, and these benefits, the use of sex that she has been enjoying, will change. Most women after 5 years, that's when they start asking, where are we going? Where are we heading? Benjamin, I met you 5 years ago. So are you going to continue using me for sex? A woman will not accept to be used for sex for more than 5 years or 10 years. Unless you are 45 years old, done away with pregnancy or children, and now you are a single mother. And basically, that one I can say, wow, this one strictly wants sex, nothing else. But if you're under the age of 50, honestly speaking, most ladies will finally begin feeling used because the guy is sleeping with you and there's nothing else going on. Unless you're a prostitute. If you're a prostitute and you are doing this specifically for financial help, then again with a man who is sleeping with you, as I said, he cannot sleep with you for more than 10 years. No, your body will change, your looks will change, things will change, and he will definitely go to another younger lady. That is just normal. It's just common sense. And that's why I insist, ladies are not using. They are using a man. You should better say the ladies are using the man for sex temporarily, for a few weeks, a few months, and very few years. But the consequences of this thing to that lady or to those ladies are too many compared to a man. And the man is winning. The man is always winning. The man is always winning in such relationships. The man is never losing. The man is always winning. Finally here, let me see the last question here. We have a question here by Daphne Dani. Marriage is sweet, but after a woman gets a kid, love reduces. Why? Thank you for your question. Yeah, it reduces. One of the reasons is because people just the child comes with challenges. Your new parents, it's a new thing. It's a new thing. I've been there before. So the new parents need a lot of information on how to deal with a child and to keep their marriage alive, to balance the new child, the new person in the family. There are classes, there are videos these days you can watch on YouTube, both of you, the wife and the husband. Back in the days, I think in my generation, we had no information, but all this information is there online. There is no specific way, but I think the balancing between marriage and now a child, a new person in the family, people don't have information. A father does not know how to deal with that new child. The mother also does not know. also on how to deal with it, and then they want to continue having their sex. They want their time together. If you have a child, there's very little time to sleep enough. The child is always annoyed and waking up and crying. So it affects so many things in the family, and the man has to understand that. And that's why even when I was in Japan, the married people in Japan sleep in different rooms. After you become pregnant, the husband has his own bedroom. Why? So that he can sleep enough to go and work very hard and bring back money home. And the woman is at home taking care of the children. But you see, all those ones have the consequences. If you're sleeping separately from your husband, the bond between you together and the children and your child keeps on reducing. And it can be a room of cheating, or a room of even moving away from the family. And so my message to any parent, it's a beautiful thing, as you say. It's very sweet. To have a child is even sweeter. But there is knowledge. Go and watch and read about how to welcome a new child and how to balance your love life together with a new child. There's a lot of information. I believe there's a lot of information that can help such a couple so that their love does not reduce. Love should not reduce. What should reduce is drama. Drama should reduce, because now we have a child. Let us reduce the drama between us. I'm winding up here. I wish I could go on. There are so many questions. I cannot be able to answer all of them, but I've done my best. Let me pick up a few of them. Aguti Deborah asking for my friend, can a lady get married to a man younger than her by 3 years, Benja? Yes, absolutely yes. No problem. I'm very worried of a man who is 10 years younger. 10 and above, it's too young. But under 10 is perfectly okay. Yeah, Angelita Angel Mark, thank you so much. Hi, Benjamin. Thanks for your all-time advices. Thank you too. Thank you for the support, and thank you for joining me and sharing your question there. God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you. Please help a friend. Her man cheats and he later apologizes. She forgives him, but it happens again with a different woman. The cycle has repeated itself. Please advise this friend of mine. Wow. Oh. I think I already talked about it. A cheating person is hard to stop it. Apologizing and forgiving her, forgiving him will not solve anything. I'm sorry to say, it's better to leave alone this man. If the cycle is continuing, then it means the person is not really is not serious about your friend, and is not serious about his life, and it's better to leave him and to continue doing those things on his own. It's much better. I believe that's the best thing he can do for herself. Whether they have children, whether they have invested, whether they have done everything together, whether they had a wedding and posted it on social media, it doesn't matter. At this point, all those things are meaningless and pointless, because if the cycle is going on, eventually somebody is going to suffer the more. And one of the person has to change, and that person should be your friend. If my wife does the same to me, I catch her once, I forgive her, and then she repeats, and the cycle continues, I don't think I will continue being with her. It is not okay, and it will never be okay. So it's better to leave him alone. It's far much better. Violet Otieno, thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you. Teresa K. Omwenga, they need counseling, not praying for cheating, man. Yes, you don't pray for a cheater. You leave them alone, or they go for counseling. Let's see the last one here. Yeah, you see, Cheryl, yeah, prayers work. Prayers don't work for a cheating person. A cheating person continues. You leave him alone. That is the logic. You first leave him alone, because you don't continue praying with him. There's no way you're going to pray not to get HIV from a cheating person. He's having sex, unprotected sex, with many people, and then you're praying that he doesn't get HIV. How? How is God going to protect you? Even God helps people help themselves. You don't go and drink alcohol and pray to God and say, hey God, I am very drunk today and I'm going to drive for 50 kilometers. Please help me not to die on the road. And then you start driving. My goodness. Even before you finish 5 kilometers, you could have crashed. You're drunk. The same thing with a cheater. Prayers work, but if it is someone who is cheating on you, you don't pray for him. You pray after you have left him to change. You are helping yourself. You're not helping him. What happened with people helping themselves? Help yourself first, and then you can help others. So when you're praying to God that no HIV comes to the family, and you know the habits and the characters of this person, when you get HIV, what are you going to pray for? What will you pray for? What about people who are not Christians, people who don't believe in prayers? How do they normally deal with these things? They don't believe in God, they don't believe in prayers. But they discover that their partner is cheating and is not stopping it. What do they normally do? They leave him alone, logically speaking, without even going to a pastor or whatever. Just leave him alone, go, continue cheating. You're a boy, you're stupid, you are very, very, very useless. You don't care about your life and your future. Go, continue doing these things. When you grow up and stop them, then things will be okay. Then I will be okay with you. But I will be praying for you so that you understand that what you're doing is not good for you. And it's not good for your life. And that's it. But you don't just sit there and start praying for a cheating husband or an abusive man. No. No, don't do that. Praying for someone who is having sex with another person. Okay, finally. Violet Otieno, why the second wife very jealous on a married relationship than first wife? Violet Otieno. Yeah, it's normal because now the second wife is expecting everything from the man. Is expecting everything from the husband, but a married man can only give you 50%. Just 50%. 50% of time, 50% of sex, 50% of attention, 50% of stress, 50-50. It's 50-50-50. But when she wants 100%, then the second wife is becoming stupid. When you become a second wife, remember you are not only sharing the dick, but you are sharing everything about this man's life. So stick on your lane. Your jealous levels, no matter how much you are jealous, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing your husband can do about it. Reduce your jealous levels from 100 to 50%. The other 50% do other things. Become busy and have a business or a hobby. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This marks the end of this show. Let me see here. One other question. Zaituni Ramadan, Benjamin, my ex-boyfriend want to meet me and apologizing after 14 years. I really need your advice, sir. What advice do you need? If he's coming back after 14 years, I hope he has changed. Why did you break up? So when he comes back, let us assume that he has become a better man. Otherwise, he's coming back to you for sex and for money. Do you have money? And do you have good sex? Probably he's looking for sex and money. So be careful. Nakato Margaret, hi Benjamin. I had a boyfriend, my first cut. Wow, this is the man who broke your virginity for 5 years, and I got him cheating me, and for then I hate men dating me. I see all men the same. Sorry about it, and I hope you will heal. Not all men are the same. It is your first boyfriend who did that. We have very nice men around here. I hope you heal and find love again. Finally, we have another concern here by Habo Debele Ngokosi. Okay. Hello, Benjamin. To be in debt mistakenly is good to talk about it or to ask for help, because I feel so stupid about it, and it happened since I lost my husband in 2012. I feel so sad always. I can't help find just someone telling me that is happening to anyone. No, there is no one. To be in debt, you mean in money? In terms of, sorry about the loss of your husband. May his soul continue resting in peace. But I don't really understand what you're saying. You are in debt. Let me see one more question here. I'm trying to go through the comments. Let me see. Okay. Mary Aching. Hello, Benjamin. I've been dating a guy for 7 months, and it's a long distance relationship. We never meet, but we are planning to. My doubt is he don't communicate that much. What do I do? Mary Aching. Yeah, 7 months. I already told you. After 7 months, communication will reduce completely. If you have never met a person face to face, and it's online dating, after 7 months, communication will totally reduce. And what can you do? You should go and see each other. When are you going to see each other, Mary Aching? If you're not going to see each other very soon, my friend, there is nothing we can do. You can't, there is nothing you can advise another person to do, to call you, to text you. It's impossible. The only solution is to see each other. If you cannot see each other, forget about it. Or accept him to call you once a week or once a month. And that's what long distance relationship is all about. Because you're far away. You have never even met each other. You have no plans to see each other. And then you are developing feelings with him. My friend, you will suffer the most painful thing ever. And long distance relationship comes to an end. Yeah, don't imagine it's going to last forever. I'm making part 2 of the bitter tools. Go to my TikTok by the end of this video today. My TikTok name is Benjamin_Bogongo, and look for the video which I talked about the bitter truths of long distance relationship. If you meet someone online, after 6 months, There are no plans to meet each other. You have zero plans. You don't know when you'll even see him. One of you is wasting time, or both of you are wasting each other's time. If you are sending him money, he is getting the money. But if you stop sending him money, the communication will finally come to an end. And in my part 2, long distance relationship comes to an end. The way this video is coming to an end shortly, they also have to come to an end. Why? Because you can't see each other. Mary Aching, you started something that is impossible. You fell in love with someone that you cannot see each other easily. So you have to end it and start looking for someone that you can see each other easily and quickly. Otherwise, you will suffer here every day. You see him online, but doesn't text you. He's busy starting another affair with another lady. For 7 months, after 7 months, the communication will reduce, and again it will move to another lady. But you see, those will be 14 months. If you are still hanging in on there, God, I still love him. I love Benjamin. I love him so much. You don't understand. 14 months, that is 1 year and 2 months. And if you still are not going to see him, he will be tired with the second woman after 7 months and go to another woman and start again. Because when you start with long distance, it's very exciting. You even talk, chat, video call almost on a daily basis. And when he goes to the third woman, those will be another 7 months, 21 months, and that will be 2 years. And for you, you're still there praying and hoping, wow, now I'm going to see him. Now finally we're going to meet. No. It doesn't work like that. Long distance is full of jokes and drama. If you can't see him, if you can't meet each other, forget about communication. Totally forget about it. Don't expect him to call you every day or to text you. Just forget about it, and there is no advice. I don't advise the quiet person to talk. Can you imagine me telling someone who is 35 or 25, please talk to Mary? She said you are online and you're not talking. Can you imagine that? Samali Barbara, Mr. Benjamin, you didn't answer my question. What's the secret in married women, as in holding for the husband's ATM for the bank? I don't really understand your question, Samali Barbara. Question is not clear. Secret of married woman as in holding for her husband's ATM for the bank? You mean taking care of the finances of the husband? It's perfectly okay if they both agree. Why not? If she's good in spending the money or budgeting for the house and whatever happens in the house, it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. In Japan, I think they do it. The lady takes care of the finances in the house, but there's accountability. I spent this money here and here and here and here. Not lying that I used this money here, like some people lie and they are misappropriating the funds or the money. So long as you can prove I spent this one here, I spent this one here, and this is the balance, it's perfectly okay, no problem. But you have to agree. Others may not agree. We have another last final comment here. I got a baby with a married man without knowing. The war started after refusing to stay with him. He doesn't support my baby since 1 month, and now she is 5 years. He threatens to kill me. I am insecure with my life. He doesn't want to marry me officially. Please help me, Benjamin. This is the end of the video. As I was speaking, this is what happens to a side chick. Any side chick or side woman who is reading this comment here on the screen, that is the story of a side woman explained in very few sentences. The benefits of a side chick ends after you become pregnant. And Mamake Beryl, if your life is in danger, my advice is report these cases to the nearest police station. Get all the evidence, the messages, screenshot them, keep them safely, any person threatening your life is breaking the law. Gather all the evidence, take it to the police, and make sure you tell this man, I have reported everything to the police. These threats you're giving me, that you're going to kill me, the police is aware. Anything that happens to me, you are responsible. And you can even go as far as telling his family members, your son has been threatening me and wants to kill me. This is the evidence. I have reported him to the police. So please, you as family members, understand and know your son is putting my life in danger. And before he does anything bad to me and to my life, the authorities already know it. Mamake Beryl, that's the best thing you can do for yourself now. And look for safety. You can change location, go to another place far away, because somebody wants to kill you. They can actually kill you. They can be saying as a joke, but we don't want to type rest in peace on your Facebook account very soon. Please go somewhere where it is safer, in another location. Cut off communication. You can change your accounts, change your social media platforms, so that he doesn't know where you are. But before you do all those things, by running away and going to another safer town or city or even country, report him to the police. You lose nothing by reporting someone who is threatening you. You gain a lot, because now he knows that whatever will happen to you, his name is in the police records. And he will think twice if he's planning to kill you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of this question and answer session. I hope to see you again in the next Sunday session. From me, Benjamin, I wish you a fantastic week wherever you are. Happy new month of March. God has blessed us with 2 months, and I hope He will continue blessing us with the many other remaining months in this year. Continue praying for Ukraine and also Russia and their leader to change up their mind and have peace. Peace is everything. Without peace, I wouldn't be here. Without peace, I wouldn't be receiving your questions. Without peace, I wouldn't have the time to go through what you're posting there. And if I skipped your question, please understand, bear with me. I am only alone doing this by myself. Kindly understand. Tune in next Sunday as early as possible from 5:30 p.m. East African time. Have your question ready. By that time, sometimes make your question very simple and straightforward, just a short question. Be ready every Sunday from 5:30 p.m. East African time. And then I will go through the question. Even if you send it on my inbox, I'm sorry too. We will talk about those questions the next coming Sunday. I am still here, I'm still alive, and I'm still available. There is always next time. Enjoy your Sunday evening or your morning. And God bless, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.